Hey guys, it's Trish again, back in my car. As per usual, today's video is going to be just a little bit chaotic. I was supposed to get this video up 2 days ago or 3 days ago. I don't know what date it is. I was planning on getting it up on the 7th, and then things just got crazy at home. I haven't had a second to jump on here, or really an hour to sit and jump on here and get everything together. So I am filming out of my car again on my lunch break at work. So what I did was I just took this big old sack and filled it up with my A to Z project pan items so that I could show you while I was on lunch. So thanks again for stopping by, and I'm sorry this video is a couple of days late, but let's get into it. One thing I should probably mention as well is as I was marking down the progress for these items, I actually marked it down starting the beginning of the month, so there might actually be more progress showing than I have on the paper. So I just wanted to note that. But we're just gonna start right at the beginning from A, which was my artist single from Makeup Forever. Luckily, I have a couple of spare travel palettes that I could just pop this into. But this is what it's looking like now. There's not a ton of progress. I've honestly only used this a handful of times this month, so there's not a ton to talk about there, but I have used it probably only like 2 or 3 times though, so you're probably not gonna see much there. Another one you can't see a ton of progress in, but mostly just because of the packaging, is this Be Curly by Aveda. This is the item for the letter B in my project. Yeah, there's really no way to tell progress, but I have been using this pretty much every single time I take a shower. So I've used this a bunch this month. My third item I have not used whatsoever. So that is for the letter C. That is going to be the Clarifying Exfoliating Scrub by Kirsten Florian. It's actually still sealed. I haven't touched this because I have another body scrub that I have in my shower right now. But once that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and crack into this and start using this as a body scrub specifically. Another one that I unfortunately have no progress on is for letter D. It's my Dream Dust nail polish. I haven't really been painting my nails that much as per usual, but when I am painting them, I've been focusing more on the darker colors that I have, just because while the weather is cold, I feel like it makes more sense to wear the darker colors, where this I feel like I'm gonna be reaching for more once the spring comes. This is a really pretty like spring summer color. So that is the nail polish Dream Dust by Nails Inc. That is for the letter D. One I've gotten a decent amount of use is for E. It's Eternal Amour by Pat McGrath. It comes from the Mothership Mega Palette. That is this. Sorry, it's so awkward. I have my phone balanced on my steering wheel right now to show this to you guys. So that is going to be that one. You can't see a ton of progress, but you can see that it's getting some use. I've used this a handful of times. I've been mostly trying to focus on my Pan That palette, which I am wearing today on my eyes. I haven't been enjoying it very much. Either I just have a really boring basic gold look like this, or I start incorporating the purples and it gets really messy. However, there's been a couple of times that I've been able to put this pink and pair it with the purples, and that works really well. So I've used this a handful of times, and this does have some progress starting. So that is, oh no, I forgot Fresh Eyes. Sorry. I just looked at my paper. I was like going through my house this morning before I left for work and like throwing everything in this sack. And I went down my list multiple times of items that I needed to show you guys, but Fresh Eyes by Ultralux, it's still in my bathroom cabinet. On the plus side, there is zero progress on that one because I haven't used that one either. I think I'm trying to like finish up the item that I'm using for my makeup remover currently before I start working on that, which is the La Roche-Posay micellar water, and it's like this huge jug, like this big, but there's only about that much left in it. So I think I've just been kind of like defaulting to that. So I've not used Fresh Eyes at all yet. I will though, I'm getting to it. Glow For It hair oil. I've been getting a decent amount of use out of this. I didn't mark this last month. I should have marked this last month, but currently the line is right about here, so I'm actually gonna mark that right now while I'm thinking about it. So it's like right at the very top of this lettering, and I've used this a few times as well, so I'll have to check back from my video last month to kind of see where that was, but at least for next month we have a mark in this now. So I've used this quite a bit. I've been mixing it a lot with my Be Curly styling cream and just kind of putting them both in my hair at the same time. So that's been getting a good amount of use. I think the item that I've done probably the best with this month is this Heal Genius Soap and Glory foot cream. It is almost gone. I only have a couple of uses left in there. I had to cut it open because I literally could not get anything else in the tube. I've been using this pretty much every time I shower. So this is definitely going to be gone next month. And yeah, I've done great with this. There was actually a decent amount in here when I pulled this into the project a little over a month ago now, and I've just whipped right through it. Next item is It Cosmetics Je ne sais quoi, the lipstick, the pink lipstick that I have in this project. It's getting harder and harder to roll this up because the packaging is just like completely destroyed, but this is all I have left. I haven't been wearing it a whole bunch just because it is still winter time, and like a bright pink lipstick isn't typically what I would reach for. I like to go for the darker colors. So I'll kind of show you here. Yeah, so what I marked it as at the beginning of the month, there's actually more progress already because I've used it since then. But ow, wow, that's a ton of progress. I only had like the littlest bit. But I've used it. No, that's wrong. Yeah, I've used it quite a bit since then. So that's actually like, wow, that's a lot. I'm gonna remark that. So we're like right here now. That's pretty good. I just got lipstick all over my pen. But yeah, I've used this a few times. I haven't used it a ton, but I think it's just so, there's just so little left in here now that every time I wear it, it's like, it's becoming really noticeable, the progress. So that is for the letter, was that I or J? I'm losing my place. I, It Cosmetics. The next item is the Jergens Original Scent, the lotion. This is where we were at the beginning of the project. I've only used this, where are we? Like right here. So we're at like right here now. I've only used this a handful of times, but because I use it over my entire body when I do use it, I get quite a bit out of the container. So yeah, I'd say that's pretty good for like a little over a month's use. So this I think will be gone in a couple of months, no problem. And that's for J. K is my Carla Cosmetics glitter. So it's this white glitter. And that, I think I have a usage goal. Yeah, 20 uses. And I haven't used it at all. Still trying to figure out how to use this. It's just a glitter. It's very pretty. But it's messy. So like, yeah, literally just opening that, Jesus. See, yeah, it's messy. So I'm trying to like figure out how to incorporate that into my makeup. I'm gonna go back to work and look like a unicorn. I'm trying to figure it. I am parked under a bridge, so there is a train going by right now. So that's what that sound is. But I'm trying to figure out a way to incorporate that doesn't end up involving glitter all over my face, and I've been failing. So I don't think I've actually used that on my face even once at this point. So I need to get on that. Lavender facial oil I'm doing good with. So this is for the letter L, lavender facial oil. I'm now at about here. I don't remember exactly where I was when this started, but I think it was almost full, if I remember correctly. So yeah, there's some progress to show there. I like to use that for facial massage before I go to bed tonight. And the Mineral Wellness Soak I've been doing really well with as well. I've used this for several baths at this point, so there's not a whole lot left. I think I can probably get like, depending on how much I use, 2 or 3 baths out of this. So if I take a lot of baths this next month, I will probably be done with this too. So I think that one's gonna be gone soon. So that's the Mineral Wellness Soak by KFI. My next one is for the letter N. That is the Nude Sticks lipstick in Boho. I'm actually wearing this today. This is what it looks like right now. I've only used this 4 times. My goal is 30 uses, and I think I have a progress mark for this one as well. Yeah. So this doesn't look that much different than it did at the beginning of the month. It's just like slightly more rounded. But yeah, I've used it. I've used it 4 times, so that's a start. Next item is Orgasm by NARS. So that is also in my little travel palette. I just kind of popped it in here before I left this morning. I don't know. I've definitely used this, but I don't know if you can see a ton of progress on it yet. I already had pan in here, and I think the pan was pretty close to this size. I'm getting close to hitting side pan here, which is exciting. But yeah, I've only used this a few times now, so I'm not sure if you can really see the difference. But I really enjoyed this blush. I'm glad that I have it. But I do want to finish it up and move it out, if that is possible to do this year, but we will see. What is next? P. So that is going to be Proud Pink by Huda Beauty. So that is this Never Ending blush that I was talking about, how I used a whole ton and I didn't even get it under the plastic. And guess what? It's under the plastic. So maybe I wasn't using this as much as I thought that I was, because I've used this every single time I've done my makeup, basically, this past month. And it's finally at the point where it's like not really sticking up. Well, like slightly, but not really sticking up much under there anymore. So if I roll it all the way up, there's still a ton of product in here that I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish before the end of the year. But maybe if I use this, continue to use this like pretty much every time I do my makeup, I can. So we will see. Such an awkward setup, you guys. I'm so sorry. We got trains going overhead. I'm pulling my makeup out of a sack in my car. My coworkers are probably wondering what the hell I'm doing. So yeah, you can definitely see that there is some progress there. I kind of just flattened it out a little bit more. It's not a ton of progress, but it is progress, and I am very happy with that. So that is for the letter P, Proud Pink. I do love this blush, so I'm very happy to be panning it. But because it is a cream formula, I don't want this to stick around in my inventory for terribly long. After that, we have Q. So that is gonna be my Quench Leave-In Conditioner, which was on its side, so you can't really see where I'm at with this until I like knock it down a little bit. So we're basically looking, there's no way that's the same as last month. I've used this so many times. Okay, it's like just slightly under that mark. I think we're looking like here. Unless this is the mark I made this month. Did I make that mark this month or when this started? Was there a mark on here when this started? I should have dated it. But yeah, it's right around that mark. Just a little bit under. But I have been using this a ton. I really enjoy that leave-in conditioner. I would consider buying it again. It's really nice. Works really well for my hair, makes my hair feel really soft, and it smells amazing. So I'm enjoying using that up. For letter R, I am working on my Fresh Deep Hydration Rose Toner. This one I haven't used a whole bunch because I am currently working on a Thayer's kit that I'm reviewing that came with a toner. So I've been using that toner instead of this one just so I can get a feel for it for my review. But this was sealed when I moved into this project, and I think it was about up here, and I'm now down here. So definitely some use there, just not a ton. I do like this toner. It smells nice. It's like a light rosy smell, but it's not like that artificial, like gross smelling rose. It just smells light and pleasant, and it's very hydrating, so I like it. Then I have my Sunflower Pop perfume. I'm actually wearing this today. But yeah, I haven't used it a whole bunch, so it's basically still at the same mark. This I'll be getting a ton of use come springtime. I always feel compelled to wear this whenever the weather warms up, and today it's randomly like 60 degrees outside, even though it's February and I live in New York. So usually it would be like 19 degrees outside. So I don't know what's going on, but this morning I woke up and I'm like, it's nice out, it's sunny, it's warm. So I was like, I'm gonna wear my Sunflower Pop perfume. But this might be the only time I've worn this month. Come next month, I think I'm gonna be wearing it a lot more. What is next? 13th Hour nail polish. So I've only used this twice. only used it twice. Okay. I need to get on that. I need to do better with painting my nails. So I was wearing this in the last video that I posted, and I had done my nails literally that day. And by the end of the day, my nails were chipped, and then the next day they were coming off. So that kind of tells you how long nail polish lasts on me, because my hands are always in water. So it doesn't, like, it's not the nail polish's fault, it's me. Like, but I've only used this twice, but it is a very, very pretty color. Maybe if I have time, I'll just paint my nails real quick before I go back inside. No, they're kind of scraggly. I need to like shape them up before I do that. But yeah, it's a very pretty nail polish. It's a shimmery navy blue. I like it a lot. It's by Mooncat. So I'm gonna try to use that more before the weather warms up and I don't want to wear dark nail polish anymore. For letter U, I have Urban Legend by Give Me Glow Cosmetics in the Haunted Pumpkin palette. That one is going to be this. Sorry, it's getting very sunny outside, so I'm gonna try to keep this in the shade. That is this right here, this like kind of cool tone gold shade. I really, 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 really love this eyeshadow, but I think because I've been focusing so much on my Pan That palette recently, I haven't been reaching for it all that much. I've definitely used it since last month, but I think maybe only like twice. Although looking at it now, I think the cool toned gold might kind of pair nicely with the like warm toned gold. Be like a nice little gradient of like warm and cool tones. So I'll have to try that. I'll have to try and see if I like that together. Get a little bit more use out of that. And my goal for this one is just to hit pan. I have not used my watermelon body butter yet either. I'm gonna smell it because it smells amazing. It's like watermelon bubble gum. So yeah, it's still brand new, still looks exactly the same. I don't think I'm gonna use this in the next month. I think I'll probably start cracking into this come like April when it gets more into springtime. AOX for the letter X, I have used. I don't think you can really see through this container, but I've used it. I should probably start tracking progress on this. I think once I use it more, you'll be able to see that the container like starts to sort of thin out a little bit, but this is really nice. It's just like an illuminating vitamin C serum that I use as a makeup primer when I want an illuminating primer. I do got to be a little careful about how much I use this though, because vitamin C does not agree with my skin. If I use it too much, I break out. It's just like this thing that happens with me with vitamin C, but it's very, very pretty. It's just that very glowy look, which is kind of why I've been using it as a primer, because if I'm using it as a serum, I'm gonna want to apply it every day or at least a few times a week, whereas using it as a primer, it serves the purpose of a glowy primer without me going out and purchasing a glowy primer, and it also means that I'm not going to be using it all of the time. So it works well for me for that. But I don't think you can really see progress just yet. But I have been using it. I've used it quite a few times this last month. For letter Y, I have my Play sunscreen. I talked about when I started this project how I probably wouldn't start using this until it gets sunnier out, just because it is SPF 50. And I tend to wear more of like a 30 in the summertime, but then I just said screw it and I started using it anyway. So I've been using this every day for the past week or so. I just recently started actually cracking into this. So we're at about here now, that little mark. So yeah, that's starting to go. This might actually be done by next month, just because it is such a small container, but you don't really need a ton of this product. So yeah, this might be done by next month, but if not next month, the month after for sure. And then my very last product that I'm working on I skipped one. I skipped V. I'm sorry. I skipped V. So for V, going back a little bit, I'm working on VR Sextasy. This really cool shifty shade. You can kind of see it even cooler in the sun. So that's in sunlight. So pretty. It's like blue, brown, purple. This would actually pair fantastically with my Pan That palette. So I don't know why I haven't thought of that yet, but I think I've only used this once in the past month. I gotta start incorporating some of these into my Pan That palette looks, because I've been getting so frustrated with my Pan That palette because the looks that you can make with that little 4-pan palette are so boring, and they also just don't look great on me. Like, they're just very warm, pretty dark for my fair skin. So they look a little funny, and I think I've been meaning to kind of pair them with other items from other palettes, and I just haven't been doing that as much as I really should. So I need to start doing that, because I think VR Sextasy would look fantastic with that palette. I really do. But yeah, I think I've only used this once. So that's for V. I'm sorry for skipping that. But my last item is for letter Z, and that is my Zero eyeliner in shade 0 from Urban Decay. This has been used in the last month, only once, and not by me. I did a family member's makeup recently, and I used this when I was doing their makeup. But I haven't used like on myself. I think maybe I forgot that this was in this project, if I'm being totally honest. Because I haven't been wearing black eyeliner terribly often, and when I do, I've been reaching for my NYX Jumbo pencil in, I think it's Black Bean. It's the black NYX Jumbo pencil, just because it's starting to like get down there, and I think I'm like, oh, I want to use it up, even though it's not going to be used up in the next like year or two. So I'm making a mental note that I have this eyeliner in this project so I can start actually using it. I'm pretty sure I forgot that it was in this project. So yeah, I've done a decent amount of damage on a lot of these products, and I'm very happy with that. And I think as time goes on, you'll definitely be able to see a lot more progress. But yeah, that's it. So that's my update for Project A to Z. I'm gonna be trying to update this project on the 7th of every month, but I'm wondering if maybe next month I might bring it back just a little bit sooner so that it's not late again. Because I don't want to like accidentally be late by a day or two and then just have the project steadily keep getting further into the month for my updates. But yeah, we'll see. I have no idea what next month holds. My personal life has been a little bit crazy, not in a bad way. There's just a lot going on, and like the house has been a lot to deal with. And yesterday, me and my husband literally painted our entire living room, which is the biggest room in the house, ceiling included, and our kitchen. And then before that, I was like stripping all the paint off of a door frame in the kitchen. And every time I did a layer of stripper, I had to let it sit for 24 hours and then I'd like be scraping it off with a razor blade, and then there'd still be layers of paint underneath it because they painted this like beautiful gumwood like trim like 6 times. There's like 6 layers of white paint on there. So it's just, there's been a lot that I've been trying to do around the house. So that's why this is late, but thank you so much for watching. And the next time I update, I think will actually be a new project, because I'm going to be starting a new project in a week. A little over a week, I'm going to be starting a new project. So I will keep you guys updated on that. Stay tuned. I'm very excited for this one. All right, love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and dealing with my chaos that is abundant around me. All right, have a good day.